you Warhammer players, and welcome to the definitive podcast of the Warhammer 40k enthusiasts in the inland northwest. Your hosts are me, Jeremy All Day 40k Nakano, and Joey Bedingfield Painting Bedingfield. How we doing, Joey?
I'm doing pretty well.
Excellent. So happy to hear it. You can find me on TikTok, him on Instagram. No guest today, but of course we're going to give a shout to the Baron of Dice.
Ha! Bad roll. That's okay. Because I'm having more fun than you ever do. Even when I roll ones. How do I get you to shut up? Go to Baron of Dice and then buy some dice so that your army is displayed. Then let me take your sister out. What?
Thank you, Baron of Dice. What we're going to jump into today, is finding some Warhammer joy. With the end of the edition in sight, there's a lot of people, in the beginning of the year, there's a lot of people coming into the hobby. So we just have a lot of stuff to talk about in terms of getting excited about it, again, in general. But before that, let's have a conversation about what we've been working on lately. Joey, what have you been working
on? I have been working on Drukhari, specifically witches, painting just a ton of them. So as of yesterday, there's what I'm currently working on is 30 witches, 10 Hellions, a Succubus, and a Venom. All of that is primed and or base coated, and then all of the humanoid bodies, their skin and their hair is done. So we're making progress.
Awesome.
That's the hobby that I've done. That's
a lot of stuff, dude. Like it's
the most batch painting that I've probably ever done, and we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it.
Yep. So. I have had a little bit of time to do some hobbying. I have finished building 6 Black Knights, but I'm waiting for some bits to really kind of make them awesome. Mostly just some Raven Wing insignias to really make them stand out. Going to do some freehanding on some shields and stuff and try to make them as cool as possible. And then I also built one of 3 of the Dark Angel speeders. I fully converted this one into, or have the ability to turn it into a Dark Shroud or the Vengeance. The other 2 I'm just probably going to leave as Vengeance because you only ever need 1 Dark Shroud, I think. So that's probably, I'm going to build the rest of them, and then I'll get on a paint frenzy to get them all up to speed. But yeah, that's everything that I have been working on. But let's talk about some other cool stuff that's happening, specifically cool stuff happening at your local FLGS. I do want to take a time to really highlight the stores that really support us in our community. So first and foremost, let's celebrate a little bit of what's happening over at Real Deal. Thank you, Dale, so much for doing cool stuff with the community. That said, Joey, tell us about the details about what's going on.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull it up so that I don't, speak out of turn. I do know a lot of what's going on there. Obviously, I'm pretty plugged in with the community here in Coeur d'Alene, but then also just Dale in general. But just to make sure that we're getting stuff right here. So first up, he's starting a new painting challenge. A little less of a, competition, yes, but also challenge, I think, is just a friendlier word for people. So here in February, our new painting challenge is a character model. You're going to paint a character. It's $1 entry, and then it's going to be bracket voting, single elimination until there's the, obviously the end, the people who win or whoever wins. The painting ends, so they're due at the end of February, on the 28th, and then the voting and everything will be in March. But it's $1 to enter, and then paint a single character model that is on a 60 millimeter or smaller. It doesn't have to be GW. If it's not GW, it just needs to fit in that size parameter. But that's it. There's no other stipulations or anything. It's just a very simple way to, I think, for people to get their feet wet in a painting competition esque style of things, to just paint a character, and specifically like for 40K or even Sigmar, right? It's paint something that you already need to paint, probably, or you are already thinking about painting because everybody has to paint characters. You need them.
Something somewhere along the way.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But then they're also starting a 40K slow grow league at the same time. So it's perfect because people are starting new armies. They're painting anyway. So just toss your character, do a little bit extra into a character, which you should. Um, Spend $1 and then go put it in the case and it'll be sick.
Are you participating in the slow grow?
Um, I am not. As much as I would like to, I just don't like realistically think that I'm going to have the time because it's tough for me in like any of the leagues that we've done. I've tried to be a part of a lot of them and I have been a part of a handful of them. Um, because my schedule is so like my availability is like very, very open, but not compared to other people. Like my available time frames are very weird.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to kind of get things scheduled and get games played. So probably not, but I will definitely be aware of what's happening. So I am gonna toss a character in here though.
Okay. So what character are you thinking?
So so I've got these space wolves, and the Ragnar's not painted.
Oh,
So I think I'm gonna do that.
that's cool. I like that plan. You should definitely do that. I am planning to obviously commit to the paint because that's going to be fun. I'm excited to do that. I've never actually entered just like a straight painting competition. So,
Yeah,
even a little dollar one, I'm excited to
that's
do.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good time. So
And I think it's going to be Vulcan. Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
new angry Vulcan himself.
Yeah, pretty excited to get him painted up just because there's so many ranges of color I get to put on him outside of
Yeah,
just my orange, of course, because he's going to be
right.
orange. Um, and I get to do a green that goes into a much higher yellow scale for the cloak. Um, so it's going to be, I get to do some cool stuff. I'm really excited about that. So that is probably what I'll be entering. Um, so yeah, I'll just, when I head out there this weekend so
Yes.
that we can get some games in.
Yeah.
Um, I will probably give my dollar an intention to enter.
Very
So,
cool.
other cool stuff happening at our local friendly local gaming stores, is over this weekend at the Haven, the Gamers Haven in Spokane, Washington, owned, of course, by our wonderful Bob Kelly. Um, he's running an RTT. So, there's only a few people there signed up right now. It's like 6 or 7. I'm sure a bunch more people will sign up over the course of the week. I would have loved to have gone. I just don't have time to play for 12 hours.
That's fair.
So
It's a
I
lot.
get maybe 5 or 6 in, but that's probably about it. Um, so yes, really excited that a friend is coming out. So Jaden is actually going to be at this one, which makes me even more sad. I don't get to go to it, but that's okay.
Right.
It's going to be fine. Um, So yeah, I can't wait to see how that turns out because we got Wyatt going, Dale's going, and Jaden's going. So that means there's going to be a couple of really good games played for sure.
For
Super,
sure. Yeah.
super excited to see how that goes and hear about it in general. So, um, other than that, what are some other friendly local gaming stores that you would like to shout out? I think that's always a good thing to do.
Oh man. Um, I mean those are like
The two main ones here, yeah.
the two main ones, especially for me. Like that's pretty much the ones that I um patron
Yep,
most commonly.
fair enough.
Not LGS related, but it is still moderately friendly and 40K related. This past weekend out in Texas, a bunch of my teammates attended the Texas Open, or the TXO as you might see it. If you've looked at it before, so it's out in Dallas. If you've looked at it before, it used to be called the Dallas Open. until the GW Opens took place, and they kind of took that name, and so now it is the Texas Open. A couple of my teammates went out there and did pretty well. It seemed like everybody had a pretty good time. I'm looking for one of them. I know where one of them. There he is. All right. So first it was 166 players. So
Big tournament.
big tournament. Obviously 2 days. Big tournament. But so the two, I would love to sit and talk about everybody, but I think 7 or 8 of my teammates went, so I'm not going to talk about everybody.
Sure.
But so Colton Havens, he placed 45th, going 4-2.
Let's go, Colton. Good job.
Playing Death Watch.
Oh yeah,
my boy. So great for him on that one. He did want, and we talked about it pretty. They've all kind of talked about it pretty extensively over this weekend that like he did want to do better than that. He specifically wanted to go 5-1. That didn't happen, but 4-2 and 45 out of 166 is still fantastic.
Hey, top quarter is nothing to shake a stick at. So
top quarter, absolutely nothing to shake a stick at. The other that is not anything to shake a stick at is my teammate Matthew Sorrells. He played Ultramarines as he does.
Yes.
He has a very, very unique and very cool Star Wars converted Ultramarines army.
It's very cool. Yeah.
It's very, very cool. He's been working on it for literally years. It's awesome. But he went 5-1 and got 11th.
Way to go, Matt.
So,
dude, that's
fantastic.
Awesome. Well done.
Yeah. Phenomenal for him. And just like it, I see it as like little things here. Right? So like obviously 5-1. And they did wins, path to victory, opponent win percentage, wins, strength of schedule, and then battle points.
Good. That's even better then.
Which is interesting, right? Obviously, most people don't do that. His opponent's win percentage was 55.5. He played good people. His strength of schedule was 3.17, and his battle points were 470.
So he only dropped 30 points.
It was 6 rounds.
I'm sorry,
he dropped
130. Okay.
Yeah. But still, like on average,
pretty good.
Yeah. Fantastic. He did a great job. I'm looking for the guy.
For such a big event, that's a great placing. Like, super well done, dude.
Absolutely, yeah. And his only loss was to Drukari, and that player got 5th.
Well, if there's someone to lose to, I suppose it's that one.
Yes, he lost.
And that's a tough matchup in general. Like, Drukari is just
all
was the anti-infantry in a trench coat.
Yeah, it was Spectacle of Spite. And he didn't, like, him and I talked about it the night before he went into that, because he played him round 4.
Yeah.
So him and I talked. I helped as much as I could. I really do wish that I could have helped him more. It just kind of didn't happen. But like he just doesn't have the practice into it. Like nobody there is really playing it, so that like nobody on the team in that area is playing it. But also notably, the Drukari player. So he got 5th place. He lost round 6. He lost to Cam Hawkins, who is the guy that won with Dark Angels.
Okay. Nice.
And their game was 86-85.
Wow. What a game. And what kind of Dark Angels was it? Was it Gladius, Wrath of the Rock?
Let's look. And this is why we pay for BCP. It's Wrath of the Rock.
Ooh, let's hear the list. I want to hear the list.
Okay, it's called Lion on the Job.
You know what my list name is, just before we move on? Lion on the Rocks.
Oh my God. It's right there.
Yep.
All right. So we've got Azrael. We have a Deathwing Assault Chaplain and Terminator armor.
Fun.
Lieutenant with combi weapon. The Lion, Ravenwing Command Squad.
Love it.
Assault Intercessors. 5 Intercessors. 5 Deathwing Knights. That's it.
Fascinating.
A lone ATV.
Okay.
A Vengeance. A minimum squad of Outriders, 3 6-man Black Knights,
Okay.
and a Thunderstrike.
This is bananas. The Thunderstrike and Black Knights work really well together. The Black Knights in particular just kind of fuck.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about playing Black Knights. But 18 Black Knights this list is hilarious. It leans so heavily in one direction. And I don't blame him for doing it either. Like that's really fun. And obviously it won. So it can just deal with a variety of things.
He
Not
scored.
not my cup of tea in terms of the way you would play that list, but like
Sure.
it's cool.
He dropped 53 points. He scored 547.
Yeah, that list scores, man. It's so
Yeah.
fast. So fast. And you just like lock people in a deployment zone. One of the weaknesses of the army the way I play it is that it's really hard to crack a box and get the contents inside of it.
Yeah.
And Black Knights specifically do that better than almost anything in the game. Because you give them +2 strength to their weapons, and then they just run in with strength 10 plasma guns at AP 2 damage, and just break whatever they shoot at, and then charge the contents inside. And that's what's probably happening is that command squad is hanging out with those 3 Outriders, and then that command squad and those Outriders are at damage 2 and just kind of fuck. So,
which is sick.
yeah, that's a fun list. If there's a way,
So-
like if obviously Company of Hunters is like the most effective design for that stuff. But you can run bikes very well with Wrath of the Rock. So Wrath of the Rock is the best Archangel's attachment. So good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
But that's the big thing there. There were technically 3 undefeated. There was 2 truly undefeated, and 1 had a tie in round 1.
Nice. Okay. And where did the tie finish?
3rd place.
Well done. That's awesome.
Yeah. He went 5-0-1 with Eldar. It's Nick Carpenter. If you've seen his name before, he's not nobody. This is well, I don't know what detachment he was running, but it's normal, right? It's Eldrad and the good Phoenix Lords, and then the good Phoenix troops and all that stuff. So, and in
Awesome.
2nd place was Gladius.
Makes sense. Gladius is good.
But yeah.
Well,
So,
big hands for
fantastic job.
Patchbound. Way
Yeah.
to show up, guys.
Very, very proud of everybody that went. Okay, there was only 4 of my teammates that actually did end up going. Is interesting.
Hey, 50% of them finished in the top quarter of the entire tournament.
Yeah. So
well
very
done.
proud of the boys. So
Excellent
quick
job.
shout out there.
Okay.
All right.
So let's jump into all of the stuff that's been happening in Warhammer lately, which obviously with an open comes a pre-show or a preview show. And that preview show consisted of like a bunch of really cool stuff. So first and foremost, let's talk about these Chaos Space Marine.
I'm gonna say it real quick.
What's up?
And you cannot dispute it. This was the best preview this year.
You know what? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely correct. You are irrefutably correct.
Cannot be wrong. Can't be wrong. All right.
All right. Let's first talk about this Huron Blackheart squad.
My God.
So like they were like Ultramarines gets the Wardens of Ultramar, and then boom, Huron Blackheart plus some dudes, and it's almost identical in terms of like layout. You got somebody in robes, you got a lady, cool character. Like, hey, all these things are awesome. But I will say, the Huron's models, all of them look so much better. They're so cool. They're unbelievably cool.
They're unreasonably good. Also, quickly, if anybody was still fighting it in their head and thinking, no, this isn't the end of the edition, they are giving us a 4-part lore book series that is the end of an edition. They do it every time.
Oh, that's right. They did that with the Tau and stuff last time, right?
Yep. It's called the Maelstrom, and that's why we have Huron, because he's here.
Cool. And Huron is a pirate, is that correct?
He is. He's the Red Corsairs. He's a big piratey boy. Arguably one of the coolest, maybe the coolest non-Primarch Chaos Space Marine character that is alive and discussed in 40k.
Okay. Look, I'm just excited he's got like a dinosaur pal. Like we've got straight up a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like villain on his squad running around, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, you talk
I'm
about
so
the
excited about
armored
this
lizard.
Model.
Yeah. Which also has just the chaos copy of the Imperial Security Hound.
Uh-huh.
Which is fantastic.
Yep, he's just got a little demon dog, little demo dog.
We've got a sorcerer. We've got Huron, who is also a sorcerer.
Oh, let's double up. He's got a little friend too. He's got like a little.
That is his psychic familiar, which used to be a token, is now on his base, so that's
excellent.
Cool. He has his power fist that has. I honestly don't remember if it's a flamer or a melt-a-gun that's canonically inside of it. It's one of those two.
I sure hope it's a melt-a-gun.
Me too. He's got very weird, like super basic Marine that has a two-handed axe. He's probably the most boring one there.
Well, he's got a cool skull hat.
He does, and a bunch of skulls. Clearly the head taker of the unit, if you will.
Nailed it.
A very cool apothecary.
You got a fucked up doctor who is in the same pose as every other apothecary in 40k, stamping a thing into the ground. But in this case, this guy looks alive still, so there's that.
Yeah. But also, this apothecary has 2 robot arms on his backpack.
Wow.
And he's got claw fingers.
He does. That's
and
for
he's
plucking out the gene seeds.
It is for plucking out the gene seed. And then he's got a Dr. Octopus tentacle.
He does. He's been pilfering goods.
He's so cool.
He is. He's very cool. And then we got a lady with some screens.
Yeah, we got a lady with
she's got
screens.
She do
have peg leg. She got peg leg. And
dude, she's badass. Holy shit.
A disc. Like, the model's phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is the downside to this is that this is going to be like $100 box.
Easy. Well, I mean,
this is
Ultramar was 90.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is 6 character models, right? Like,
yeah. But they're all
and realistically,
squad, right?
They're all the same squad. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be honestly very similar to it'll probably be $90.
Yeah, I don't even care. These are gorgeous.
Yeah, this is great. This makes me want to play CSM, and I don't want to play CSM. So there's that.
Fair.
All right. There's a lot more preview to go. We should move on to the other cool shit.
But that's just so cool. Yeah.
All right. We got the rumors be 3 wound infiltrators.
The rumors do be 3 wound infiltrators. Oh, also Red Corsair Raider army box, phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
It's got 5
Terminators,
10 regular Legionnaires, 10 Trader Guard,
got a bunch of jetpacks.
What looks like a new Chaos Lord, and then the new Red Corsairs kit that is allegedly 3 wound infiltrators, which is going to be sick.
That's very cool.
There's also like 4 of them that have hella emo haircuts.
Yeah, really, truly emo haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like World of Warcraft when they let people redo their or release the Blood Elves hair. It's really quite incredible. But like the squad it's very, you know what it reminds me of is the Wolf Squad, the Wolf Scouts.
Oh, yeah. What I really like is that they've got like, this is really probably the first like actual take of what CSM should look like. When you look at they're like, when you flip through the slideshow individually, they are fully hodgepodged of different marks of armor because they have to be. They just pick up the shit that they find because they don't have anybody that makes it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what CSM is really supposed to be. And these guys are amazing. We also have this dude at the very end who's actually throwing a grenade.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. I
Not
was
holding
trying
a
to figure
grenade.
out what was happening there.
Well, okay, it's not a Chaos Lord. It's called a Reeve Captain.
Ooh. Well, that is sick. Okay. And he's got multiple poses.
He's got multiple. It looks like it's the same. Oh, okay, it's arm poses and the torso
Yeah.
changes. The legs are the same, but he's got weapon options.
Well, that's so good. It's
That
so
model is
smart.
God. That model's nice.
Yeah, it's great. Cause like, when I was putting together the Wolfguard head takers,
Hmm.
they're all posed exactly the same. And it
Yeah.
makes me sad. Makes me sad.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All right. And then yeah. Look, these
And then
red this
there's Red Corsair upgrades roofs.
yeah. This stuff fucks, guys. Like
Dude, they're
it
getting
is
me.
objectively the coolest CSM stuff I have seen yet. So really, really good job. Like shout out to GW for like making something genuinely fucking cool for CSM
Yeah.
because they needed something. Like it's
And
been
not like the awkward hand me down shit
yeah,
that we've been getting where it's like, oh look, you got new Terminators. They're just bigger, but they're exactly the same.
yeah.
Like,
It's legitimately something new and cool. And everybody needs something like that every once in a while. Cause like, look, as a Space Marine player, I feel overwhelmed with
mhm.
all the Space Marines.
Yeah.
Like regular Space Marines, that is. Like I'm
This
okay
is
with an occasional release. I'm very happy to always get more, but like show some love to the other guys.
this is actually 3 new, like fully new units.
Yeah, 3 new kits.
Huron existed, but he did not have a retinue. So the retinue is brand new. The Reeve Captain is a brand new thing, and the Reavers, whatever they're called, Red Corsair
Whatever this
Raiders, are also brand
infiltrator
new.
unit is. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is 3 actual brand new units, not reskins, not just updated models, new things.
Year of Chaos was last year.
It was.
All right. Let's talk about the pointy-eared bastards, our
Yes.
Corsairs, which I didn't know were like a thing. So
Yeah.
tell us about these Corsairs, Joey.
Yeah. So Prince Uriel, or however anybody else pronounces it, I say Uriel. I always have. That's just
What do
what makes
people
sense to me.
say?
I don't know, but it's just it's weird Eldar. I don't like my brain reads it and says Uriel. It's
Yeah, I
why.
see Ariel.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Uriel, but
Yeah.
whatever. He is Prince, but also he is the leader of the Corsairs, which are the Eldar pirates. He is super cool. He is a very cool character. He now has a fantastic new model to fit him in with the Phoenix Lords because
Got a big
he's
dope spear
not
and not 1, not 2, but 3 banners.
3 banners. That is no, it's 2 banners.
Well, you're right. It is 2.
It's 2 banners and a big ass ponytail.
Yeah. That's going to be super fun to paint.
And a dual disc, so he could play Yu-Gi-Oh on the way.
Yeah. The ponytail is so tall. That
It is quite
ponytail is
tall.
like 12 inches in height and then comes to a ball of hair.
Yeah, my man's hair is wildly thick.
It's like the toppest knot.
The
Imaginable.
top is not, yeah. Or you can instead give him basically a Drukhari helmet.
Which, get that cone-headed shit out of here. It still has a big plume on the end. Like
It
just
does, but at
do the
least it's
face.
not his hair.
If you have a character, do a face.
Yeah.
Come on.
Awesome spear. Just fantastic spear.
Yeah, it's like just a spear. But like it looks great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got the little Eldar bubbles all over it, and then
It is a legendary Eldar weapon, so
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah.
We also have the Sky Reavers.
Yeah, so with him comes Sky Reavers, which are new jump pack units for Eldar. Obviously, they're very similar to whatever they're fucking called.
Right. The wings are much less.
The wings are much less, and then obviously their armor and everything is in line with Corsairs, which we do know what should look like. One, we've had them before, but also the Corsairs have a kill team.
Yeah.
So the Void's Guard, and then whatever the other one is. So we have a unit and like a, a style from this generation that GW has decided to go with.
Yeah.
And they kept that alive for these guys, which is sick. Um, these wings are a lot less, I'll say,
Person.
overdone, cumbersome, which is nice. They won't get in the way. Um, and you've got a mix. That's the whole thing with the Corsairs, is that they are a mix of like all of the Eldar races. It's just whoever decides to kind of defect and
Become a
join
Corsair.
Uriel. So like that's why you'll see the Drukhari heads, and you'll see some like weapons from here or there. Like you've got a splinter pistol, which is an Eldar thing, and then you have a blaster, which is a Dark Eldar thing. So, and it's kind of
And
mixed
they're
in, which
also
is
pirates?
they're all the Corsairs. They're all pirates.
Okay. So my notes on the Corsairs are that I really, really like the poses. I really,
Uh-huh.
really like all the hair options. I really like the furs and the feathers. The weapons are cool. The wings really let them down. They're
I can,
goofy.
yeah. I think the thing that gets me with them is that if you look at like the armor, um, like it's super done up. They've got the gems and the different layers of armor, but then it's also got the metallic Eldar like filigree
Yeah.
throughout, right? Like it's all over their legs, it's on their arms, it's everywhere, and that's like the thing that makes Corsairs look cool, because like Storm Guardians don't have that. And then you get up to the wings and they're just kind of plain.
They're clunky. There's it. You have what, six, seven just little chunks popping out of these, like more butterfly style wings, because they have
Uh-huh.
the little thing that comes out on the bottom of each wing. You had a
Uh-huh.
really cool opportunity to give them like this full sail almost of wing, but instead it's just like these little weird domino tiles that just feel goofy. So,
Sails would have been so cool.
like, wouldn't that have been nice? Just like, yeah,
We could have gotten like some Treasure Planet energy sails. It would have been sick.
something. Yeah, it would have been very. They had a really cool chance to make those wings like really fuck, but like outside, but the weapons are great. So like you can do something with them to like really make them awesome, but the people will figure it.
I think so, yeah. So moving down the line, we have this new
Harseth.
Psyker character. This honestly, this is the thing in this preview that I don't like. His helmet makes him look like a fly, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's awful.
He's got like regular gray energy, like the like an alien gray. Um the staff is fine, but like I feel like I've seen it before.
Hmm.
The one
His
thing I
cloak
do
is
like
nice.
is
The model, the body is nice.
yeah. I like the double cloaks.
Hmm.
I really like the behind the head thing, like the Votan comb thing
Yeah,
they've got going
yeah.
here. But the eyes are stupid. I agree.
The eyes are awful.
But otherwise, the cloth on this one,
The
really
like
good.
looking at his waistband cloth, is the detail in
So
that is
good.
actually insane.
Yeah.
So
It looks amazing. It's just the eyes are stupid.
yeah, I really, really hate the eyes.
I hope there's a head option, is what I'll say.
God, please. All right.
All right,
Moving
Voltron,
down, we've got an updated model that is over 30 years old. It's the Viper.
Viper, and Starfang.
Viper and new model Starfang. The Viper's dope. It's cool. I
Is
don't
the Viper
quite.
the two-seater?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the red one. The red one's the Viper. I don't fully understand why it's on an oval.
Seems off.
Um, Other than because they maybe hate Eldar players and they want to make them pay for their pivots.
You know what? I don't feel bad.
Yeah, it's gonna move like 18 inches, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
But the
But it
model
looks
itself
cool.
looks really good. It looks good.
Yeah. And the Starfang looks like every other vehicle in that codex.
Well, the Starfang is the one with the backwards gun. And that's the
Oh,
Corsair
gotcha.
vehicle that's got like
Okay.
his little spiky bits and his Corsairedness.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, that model's sick.
The reverse gun is odd.
No, it flies so fast it has to shoot after it passes you.
Dope. It's gonna move 20 inches and be on an oval. That's fine.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't say it was gonna be good. I said it looks cool.
And then these what? The
The
Raiders?
Voids
I guess are
Guard
just
are
infantry.
yeah, they are not like what are we doing here? Okay, this is it. It's just saying that that's all the new stuff, and then in the Battle Force box, you will also get the Voids Guard, and so then they showed you what they are.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And
So that kit
again, what?
already exists, and it's
Okay.
phenomenal.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really enjoy the back of the head cone thing that I keep seeing on these. So like, hey, kudos for making cool knife-eared stuff. So well done, GW, for that. Now it's time for what I'm really excited about. Is the golden.
I honestly overlooked it until we started talking
Yeah.
before we started recording, and I am so much more excited now.
So
Take it
of
away.
all these things, we've got new custodian guard, number one. Everything is smoother. Their posing is better. They are scaled up a little bit because they're custodies and they should be. And just so everybody is aware, this is a technically quote unquote 30K release, but it's fine. Everyone's going to use them in 40K. They have the classic egg helmets, and I hate them. Otherwise, their faces look phenomenal. And then to be very clear to all you neck-bearded losers out there are female heads, and it's okay. Deal with it.
Yeah. It turns out that the company that made the game and the lore decided to say that there are females, and there's really no arguing that. They're the ones that made it. So that's it.
So stop talking about old lore or feeling offended by things because your sensibilities are incorrect. Anyway,
And
moving on.
instead, what we can look at is the blades on the end
my
of these
God.
spears.
Oh, they're so cool. They're no longer just chunked in there. They look elegant and dynamic, and I love it.
These are insane. These
They're
are
so cool.
these are crazy. Like a personal Joey lore, like a glaive is one of my favorite weapons of all time. And in any sort of media game, anything, if I have the chance to use one, I will. And that's what those blades are. They're so nice.
Yeah. Now, let me talk about my favorite melee weapon next in the new Sentinel model, which
Mm.
I'm not exactly sure what this translates over one to one, but like this sword on this thing is perhaps one of the coolest, like little dumb things that they've done, which
Are you
is
talking
the
about the
hilt.
double magazine?
The hilt are magazines. Like, I love that so much.
Well, so the swords already are guns.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just
But they
that they
made the
decided,
hilt
yeah,
double clipped up.
they
Like,
decided
come
to
on.
make it make sense.
It's so badass.
The new shields are insane.
Crazy. So detail rich. Like they're badass. I don't know what unit this is in 40K, but whatever.
It's custodian guard. It's still
Or
guard. Because guard can
guards
have
swords
sword and
shields?
shield or spear.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
Also important at the very, very top, because
Yeah.
this is 2 units of guard. It looks like guard have capes now, also, which is cool.
Rad.
But those are boxes of 6.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
So they're not boxes of 5 anymore, which is sweet.
Fascinating. And I hope that
extra
translates
dude.
into 40K.
An extra dude, always cool. Because like in 40K, that means, right, if you buy 2 of these boxes, that's 3 units because they come in 4s.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So, anywho,
Badass.
next.
So I don't know about you, but I've never seen a Custodes tank on a shelf. But now the Custodes tank is officially in plastic. And you have access to the big hunk of chunk. And then there's like 2 mid-tier ones. or 2 regular
Well,
tier 1.
yeah, there is actually another one that they have not given us yet. So we have this one here, which is the Calidus, which is what everybody used to seeing, right? That's the big,
Palladius.
uh, the Caladius or Calidus or however you want to say it.
The
I say
Caladius.
Calidus.
Now there's the Calidus Assassin and the
Yeah,
Caladius,
but why would it be Caladius
'cause there's a I in there, isn't there? The
after the D?
Caladius Annihilator Grav Tank?
Dius. Yeah,
Yeah,
Calid.
Caladius.
I guess. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. English is stupid, and this isn't
it
even
is.
English. So
A
anyway,
dumb language.
um, yeah. So it's the grav tank. So you've got the big anti tank gun or the also big anti infantry gun.
Yep.
But this is what everybody's used to seeing. This is not new. It's just plastic, which is fantastic. Very exciting because what's happening now is that actually playing a good Custodes list is not going to be locked behind Forge World and your bank account.
Correct.
It will be plastic now, which is awesome.
You can spend $1,000 like the rest of us.
Instead of 2
Yeah,
because it's Forge World. Um,
correct.
yeah, so that's great. Next, also this because the Grav Tank doesn't actually look like it's been updated. If it has, it's very minor in ways that tanks are, and it's nothing crazy.
Right, there's very little
Um,
changes to the grav tanks.
the Contemptor Dreadnought,
Oh, you wanna like, the
sir.
amount of painstaking work that people are going to do to convert these into Grey Knight, uh, vehicles
Yeah,
is
it's
gonna
too
be
much work,
crazy.
honestly. It's too much work because 'cause they're
It's
just
a lot.
Contemptor sized, like, they're not big enough.
Yeah, but still, put them on a rock. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I will take, I don't know, 30 seconds to admire the fist.
Oh,
Not
it's
not a claw, not a three-fingered weird shit,
a
an
hand.
actual honest to God fist.
Yeah, it's all of the fingers and joints and knuckles. The
Custodes
filigree
players
all over it
are
is
playing
incredible.
they're playing Pacific Rim, and I'm jealous now.
Yeah, it's great.
He
Like,
he has an
this is one
equally
of the
awesome
best
glaive.
looking things that they've produced in a minute.
The amount, like, all of that filigree is raised plastic.
Yeah,
All of the
it's
work
so
is done for you. You just
yeah,
get to paint it and enjoy it.
yeah, just highlight and shit, and you're there. It is so cool. The
They're killing
spear
me.
is like 3 custodians long.
Yeah.
It's a honking boy, and I
The spear is
can't
also a las cannon.
oh, yes. The sword looks
Um,
phenomenal, the
the
shield
sword is
is also
phenomenal.
phenomenal, the posing is really good.
The downside to the shield is that the black in the middle is a transfer. So that shield is pretty bare,
Correct.
but that's
But
okay.
I'm sure there's something that you can salvage to stick there
Well,
to
I'm
make it
sure
raise
there is.
plastic.
I'm sure there is. It's so cool. A new
I
shield
believe
captain.
now the really exciting bit, the Venatari.
What? No, a new shield captain.
Well, I don't give a shit about the shield captain.
Why don't you scroll back up and look at the shield, and more importantly for you, look at the cloak.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're right, you're right, I wanna paint that
Look
cloak
at
real
all those
bad.
folds.
Oh, just wanna get in there.
There's so many
Just
folds.
just wanna put my fist in those folds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, so number 1, they featured it with a lady's head. Ah, fuck you, neckbeards. Um,
Haha.
and the shield is impeccable detail.
Unbelievable. Why is that shield cooler than the lion's shield?
Let's not venture down that hole because I mean it's the Emperor's shield, right? Like it's supposed to
I
be.
just mean from a model standpoint, this shield is way cooler.
It is like by a considerable margin.
Considerable margin.
I don't like it, but hey, it's fine. Um, she looks great. Uh, my God, like man,
Insane.
it's so
Absolutely
insane.
insane.
And now
Okay.
the models that make everybody who bought the new Sangard incredibly sad. The new Venatari hit, and oh fuck, are they cool? Their wings, their jetpack wings. It is the mix of feathers of metallic feathers and a jetpack that we've been missing. It has a steampunk vibe associated with it that just tickles the soul. They have all of your most standard, like, man on rock posing, except they're bits of metal for the most part, which is cool. They have access to little shields, they have pistols and spears. They're awesome. What can I say? They look incredible. This is one of the most unique models.
Even if you look, if we travel back in time to 2 weeks ago, Venatari were already the coolest model Custodes had, and that didn't change. They just got better. Venatari are so cool.
Uh-huh.
These models are so cool. They actively have different armor down to like because previously, obviously, they had different armor because they had fabric legs, but their torsos were the same as Custodian Guard. These are not. These are completely different models.
Yeah. And like the cloth legs look so good because
They're
it
so
doesn't,
nice.
a lot of times when they do cloth, it feels overfolded. And these feel appropriately like tight to the leg.
Yeah.
Man, these models are incredible. Like they did a really good job painting these too.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really impeccable work. I am so like, I'm so jealous of this release. It's like I have a Custodes FOMO box that I would love, and I one day would love to start playing them. But like, I also have Space Marine,
Yeah.
so there's that.
I don't know, man.
I
I
could end
might.
up with this
They're killing
box and
me.
just
It's getting me, dude.
slowly collect Custodes over time. And I
It's
think
getting me. They're trying. They're trying real hard.
it's hard not to, man. Like you can
Did
have
the
so much
Venatari
cool
come in this box? No, the Venatari are not in the battle group. They will be
What?
separate. It's
That's
2 units of guard, the captain, a contemptor, and a las tank.
not the greatest box, but a good box.
I mean, it's still very good. Those are things that you want. The Venatari you will just buy separately, but they're in the same preview, so they're going to come out at the same time.
Yes. And now
So
for the
thank God for
the
that.
last bit,
The beached
is
whale,
the big honkin' chonkin' boy. The what is this? The Custodes
Kronos?
Coronis Grav Carrier.
Coronis, the Corona.
The Corona, the Fat Raider. The
Good God.
It is just the the chonkiest tank, dude.
It's a good, like, because you said that before we were talking about it, you said that it's like a Land Raider. It's a good 2 inches longer than a Land.
That's insane.
They're huge. They're enormous. And for all of that, they carry only 7 Custodes.
You know what? Custodians are thick, so
They are.
it's fun.
They are. It's wild.
But
But it has an Arachnus Blaze Cannon, which is the same thing that's on the gun tank.
Yeah. It's so cool.
Um,
Like I love
it's
it.
a dope
I love
model.
how
And
big
it
and
is
dumb
it is actually, that is a new sculpt.
Good. That's awesome.
Only slightly, but it is a new sculpt.
Okay. I mean, I do appreciate that it's like rounded edges, considering I play Space
Mhm.
Marines and there's very few round things that are vehicles. So it looks cool. It goes with the release. I am so excited for Custodes players. Maybe we'll hear them stop complaining. Probably not. But hey, here's wishing to or having
Hey.
hopeful thoughts.
Yeah.
There are a couple other range releases that we'll discuss briefly because it's a game that nobody plays.
Yeah.
Age of Sigmar got really cool OCR Bone Reapers.
They got,
I got-
yeah. I am jealous on that. The one thing I'll say is that not all of the time, but at least this time, the Sigmar sculptors understand how horse legs work.
Wow.
And
for
the
them.
40K sculptors do not. So, anywho, that's
Check
that.
them out.
They got some
look
cool stuff.
dope. Enjoy. And the
Mhm.
other one to discuss, and this was probably a standout. Like this is one of the first things I saw when I was watching it that I was like, wow. Which is the Zinch stuff.
Yeah.
The specifically the character, this Fate Master is
Mhm.
phenomenal. Like from a composition standpoint, truly incredibly well done work. It's got that bird on the shoulder. or whatever it is. It's so cool. Um, but this Disciples of Zinch Argent Shard, that's all I can really
Unreal.
say.
Yeah,
Like,
the whoever whoever the sculptor is for Zinch models in Age of Sigmar, I don't understand why they don't do more. Because the
they
Zinch
should.
stuff is just so much more unique than the other stuff. And yes, I understand that the spell, like those little totems, they look almost identical to another model that exists that I think is for it's either for Necrons or for Bone Reapers. Doesn't matter. The characters and the model, like the units, are unbelievable. And they have been since Sigmar did their like model styling refresh. Like the Zine stuff is insane.
Yeah. So just want to shout out those two things. They look awesome. You can probably do some really cool Necron shit with all that stuff if you were
Definitely.
looking to convert it into like a Chaos Cron build, which would be kind of dope.
It would be kind of
Uh,
dope.
if that didn't bring you a lot of joy, what we're here to do is to talk about ways to help you find joy in other things. So, something that I have discussed in the past are the my three measures of Warhammer joy. And I believe that every player that or even any casual passerby of Warhammer who participates in the hobby to whatever degree is built up of these three pillars in varying percentages. The first pillar is, of course, the lore pillar. And this constitutes a vast majority, I think, of like Warhammer casuals. People who just like really love to talk about Warhammer and the universe itself, which cool. I see you. That's rad. The other pillar, and I think this is the most like internet centric and the thing that pulls the most people in pillar, which is the hobby pillar. And that's where you're
Hmm.
going to find the people who do incredible sculpting, the people who do incredible conversions, and then all of the painting. And the painting is truly that thing that I believe is like when people see stuff on tables that's painted, they're like, this is cool. I want to do this thing. Um, as an adult, it's like that creative release that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to really have. And I think that is one of the strongest pillars, of course, in an equal share. The final pillar is, of course, for the gamers and all of us, where you actually get to play the game, whether it is Garage Hammer or competitive Warhammer or casually every once in a while Warhammer. That's totally fine.
Hmm.
You are enjoying the hobby. Most people, I feel like, are two of three of these things. For the longest time, I have very much been very like when I first started, I was like gameplay only, like 70-80% gameplay, 20% hobby. Just like get it painted enough to be battle ready and go. And
Hmm.
slowly but surely, those and I feel like not only has the bucket gotten bigger, but the amount of liquid in the bucket is evened out closer to hobby and gameplay. So like
Yeah.
that's I feel like where I live. What about you? Where do you feel like your three pillars of joy come from?
Yeah.
Where do you where what makes you up?
I think it's pretty fluid, which is funny because you were discussing liquid. Because I think it changes for me. Um, Part of that, I think, oh, maybe just the way that ADHD brains work. Some of it, I think, is uh, life and what is available. Um, so, like, I go through phases where lore is the thing that I like super grab onto and run with or consume. Um, I've more, and then there's the hobby side of it where I just paint a lot, and that hasn't happened in a bit, but it does, and when it does, I paint a lot. Um, and then the playing, I think, is always
Always there. Like that's
it's
probably your
always there.
central pillar, right?
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think playing is we'll put it. I'd put like 50-60%, and then the other two. make up to kind of meet that 100 and then vary, whether it's like 50% play, 40% lore, and 10% hobby, or, and next month that changes, whatever the case is. But I do think that playing is where I get the majority of that from. And then, that's not as available as it sometimes as it is others. Sometimes you have just more time to do things and sometimes you don't. And that's, I think, when you kind of fall, or I fall into those slumps of like, man, I don't really know what I'm doing, or I don't really know what I want to do, or maybe I need to start something new. I just feel kind of bored. And I don't think that that is necessarily, not that it's wrong, not that like if you have those feelings that that's wrong, right? But more of a, I don't know that for me that those feelings are always true to that being the issue, and more just that I'm not indulging in the right percentages of the pillars to find the happiness for myself, right? That like I'm feeling bored not because of what I'm playing, but because I'm not playing, or whatever the
Yes.
case is. So,
Yeah, that makes sense. And I will speak on the on when you were saying phases, like because I'm on a somewhat gameplay hiatus right now, like travel tournament hiatus. Like
mhm,
I have taken time to actually listen to more than just like an hour a week of lore.
yeah,
Um, because I've been doing so much with my new house, where I'm constantly doing something. I've been listening to lore crimes, which is fantastic.
okay.
Um, So, and I've been, I did a whole episode on, or a few episodes on Blood Angels, which have been really fun, as they're one of
Blood
my
Angels
hobby
lore is
armies for this
pretty dope.
year. Um, and then I did a whole episode more or less on Peter Turbo. So that guy sucks, is what I've learned, and it's interesting. And like I will say, like I'm starting to find more joy in the lore because I think that there is a very mythical place um, in the Warhammer scene that you are all three, that you are someone who loves to paint and you paint well, that you can discuss and enjoy the lore in a very positive sense and have an understanding of everything when people make references. Because I find that to be a very alienating thing on the table when people talk about lore, and I'm like, I don't care. Um, and then, of course, the gameplay aspect. I would like to be good at all three. Now, I've met a few people who are truly living that, like, I'm 100 at every one of those levels.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
those
I
people
would like
are,
to be close to that one day.
not human, and that's okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like Matt, the guy who plays Tyranids out of Denver, that guy owns every Tyranid model, probably three of each, and the old sculpts and the new sculpts.
Dude,
Um,
it's Tyranid players commonly that
yes,
fit this.
yes. He is a top 12 consistently out of LVO, one of the coolest people to talk to, and he hobbies like a madman. So
Mhm.
um, I think he does his own content too. You should. I forget his last name, but he's awesome. He's been on War Games Live a lot. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody is a mix. I find if you lean lore, you're lore and hobby. If you lean hobby, you're generally going to be either nothing but hobby or hobby gameplay. And if you're gameplay, you are the most flexible, in my opinion, because you have the garage hammer people who are like, this is my, 80 Catachan army and everybody has a name, like 80 Catachan guy. Or you are, this is my Space Marine army and I hobby the shit out of it. It's something that I've always thought about. I like to make jokes and light fun of people, like, give people weird labels for being one of those things. Like you're a fierce casual if you're a lore hobby person.
Yeah.
So
It is interesting of like it does kind of, it does fit both of those scales, right? Where like, especially as Space Marines are, that they are what they are, right? But like
yeah.
you'll get people that, you'll see those people or talk to those people that have like fully like codex compliant, lore accurate Space Marine company. And then because of that, it just turns out that they can play whatever is good because they have the codex built. Like,
Yeah. This is my 1,000 Space Marines. Like, uh
Excuse
How?
me? Yeah,
They're
cool,
named?
man.
Why?
Sure.
But those people are people who've been collecting for the last 30 years,
Yeah.
like they have a
Yep.
garage of Warhammer models and they're all
Yes.
one thing and they all have a story and everyone has a name. You're like, that is incredible. Um, so yeah. Any other bits you want to add for the 3 pillars of Warhammer joy there?
Um, I will. I do. I'll throw it out there because I do it. Um, because it helps me personally. Um, so if I say, for example, maybe not right now, but theoretically, if I have a bunch of shit that I need to paint and I don't necessarily want to
Mhm.
because it's a lot,
Mhm.
um, I find that, or I have found that finding some sort of content, whether that is battle reports or lore segments or audiobooks, I've listened to literally dozens of the audiobooks because they're phenomenal. You should listen to them or read them if you have the time. Um, but I've found that consuming some sort of content audibly while I hobby helps me, or before I hobby will help me like feel like I need to. Like I'll there'll be a switch of like, okay, well, I know that I needed a hobby. I don't really feel like it, so uh whatever. On my way to work today, instead of listening to music, I'm going to listen to an audiobook
Yeah.
and just
Oh yeah.
put myself into that, like the Warhammer headspace, and then um that helps. And battle reports are great for me um because I am an audible person. I'm fully aware that they are not good content to consume for some people if you are trying to actively hobby.
Right.
Um, I can listen to a battle report and fully know what's going on in the game and enjoy it. A lot of people can't do that, and I understand that you need to sit and watch and actually see what's going on. If you're that person, maybe don't do a battle report, but some sort of content is
Right.
helpful.
You know, it's funny when you were talking about getting into the Warhammer headspace. Um, I listened to a bunch of stuff about White Scars, and of all of the factions out there that I've heard about lore and whatnot
Hmm.
that deserve more in the game, it's White Scars.
It really is.
That Space Marine faction is fucking cool. They've had some of the coolest characters by a long shot. Their Primarch is badass, and they have 2 character models.
Yep.
And no special units. Like, it's like, what are
Nope.
we doing?
Nothing. Um, I will say that, and this is one thing, and if you haven't ever, like, as a listener, if you've never caught on to it, um, you should look into it because it's actually really cool. Um, the 20 legions or the 18, right? And more specifically, the loyalist chapters, all of them are styled and based on different like
Vultures.
cultures,
Yeah.
right? That's the whole point. And so when you listen to like the audiobooks, that's why it's like that, right? Like Ultramarines are Greek or Roman, and like that's the whole point. And then the Space Wolves are Scandinavian and they're Viking, and like they all sound like that. Like that's the whole thing. And all of them are like that. And so it's really cool if you like really just go and dig into like, okay, what are these guys? What are they supposed to be? So it's
So
cool.
yeah, it's as far as those 3 pillars are concerned, like, and as far as lore goes, like I'm getting more interested in it, which I've always kind of listened. But I think what really spurred me on to like really give it a shot was the most recent um Adeptus Ridiculous,
Mhm.
which is always a very funny podcast. And they recently had a lore master guy come on, and they're going through the Horus Heresy, the actual siege of Horus Heresy, and
The Siege of
talking.
Terra,
Yeah,
or
the Siege of Terra,
okay,
which is really
that's a
fascinating. And they've done like some really good
wild.
content recently, like
Hmm.
funny stuff talking about the War of the Beast, which is hilariously bad. Um, and some of the original novels, which are also hilariously bad. But the newer heresy books that actually flesh all that out sound pretty cool. So
Even I will say that like the heresy books have kind of always been pretty solid. Um, where the weird like War the Beast style or quality stuff came from was in the 40K books. Um, but yeah, like the heresy books are just phenomenal. Not all of them. Some of them suck. But that's not from like a weird useless War of the Beast style thing. It's from like a, oh, this is just kind of boring, but is still history, right? And like some parts of history are boring.
yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, like that's the Siege of Terra is is a really, really interesting one. At just that whole situation, which is that where you got into Perturabo was from the Siege of Terra?
No, no, I got into Perturabo from the most recent lore master episode was like
Okay.
2 hours on just Iron Warriors. Um, and it was mostly them talking shit about Perturabo
Yeah.
and how he is
Is a
just
big
like
baby.
everyone's favorite sad boy.
Yeah.
Um, like even the
Yeah.
Emperor was like genuinely sad when he met him for the first time.
He's like, oh, that
Like, he
was,
doesn't do
oh,
anything. He's really good at everything he does, but by no measure is he creative or trying to do anything. And it's just like, wow, what a bland character. Please never bring him back.
yeah, he's pretty boring, which is sad because Iron Warriors are not. Um, they have cool characters.
There's like
He's
one,
not one
right?
of them.
Like,
There is one, like in particular, who in 40K is a dreadnought that has a book that is actually really really cool. But anyway, um,
and then there's one who like leaves the Iron Warriors and partners with an Imperial Fist
mhm.
and like saves Ultramarines or fucking something. I don't
There's
know.
some weird shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, there's some good stuff out there, right? Like the if you haven't um consumed much of the like Istvan 4 or 5, like that stuff is definitely something that you should like spin up on because there's some crazy shit that happens there. Like that's the whole point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
It's cool.
I mean, I've been loosely absorbing lore for
Mhm.
the better part of 3 years and just
Yeah.
kinda learning things as I go. But yeah, it's been bringing me joy because I can't express the gameplay bit of it. So, um, I can't wait to start playing again and most likely March competitively. Maybe one tournament in February. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, you have a thing for us.
Yeah, I do. So it's kind of along the same lines here, right? I've actually had this conversation with somebody. With I had the conversation with Phil locally, over at Real Deal, and it's where I think the average player, even on the competitive side of things, the way that you should, and should is a weird word. You know, there's a grain of salt there. Not like I'm telling anybody what to do, but the way that I think people should view and approach the end of an edition. As somebody who has experienced 4, I think at this point, and 2 specifically like inside of the competitive scene, what the end of an edition looks like, and like what it feels like. So I think if you are a player, even if you care about competitive stuff, so like I think I'm a pretty solid example of this. Of like I do take competitive very seriously, and I want to do as well as I can. Um, but like realistically, my 6 events are not going to be majors. Not all of them, right? They're going to be probably 3 or 4 majors, realistically, probably 3. And the others are going to be GTs. And that's just the way that it's going to be.
You're a
Um,
husband, you're a father, you have all these
exactly.
things, real life
Yep.
responsibilities you gotta take care of.
Real life. Exactly. And that's fine because I understand that. And I know like I can approach it from that angle. But because I'm not one of those people, and I am pretty sure that none of our listeners are, who's going to, every possible major or whatever, chasing like a, ITC overall, like top 10 or something. I think if you're not one of those people, when you're looking at or playing at the end of an edition, that what is the best is probably the least important that it's ever going to be. That at this point, especially like if we're getting another one, what we're June, July,
Why? Yeah.
I'm probably only going to one major before then.
Nice. Which one?
I don't even know, right? Because Tacoma's theoretically after. Tacoma
Yeah,
should be
Tacoma's
11th
always the
edition.
first of the edition.
Yeah, so I actually don't think I'm going to a major before the end of this edition. I have a couple of GTs lined up.
Because the major is 120 plus, right? Technically, I think there might be one that you might be able to go to in March or in April if you wanted to go. Squig City.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to that one. It's going to be super cool.
Okay. But at the moment, I don't have any lined up, right? Like I've got a couple GTs lined up or a couple GTs I'm looking at.
Yep.
But I don't have any majors lined up right now.
Yeah,
So
we'll see about Edmonton, maybe.
Yeah, I do want to go to that. So, but I just really need the dates on that.
I mean, I'm still waiting for GW to release all the open dates. So
all of them. Yeah.
Reserve that time.
Yep. So if you're like me and you realistically are more than likely not going to a major before the next edition. So like the 3 or 4 majors I'm going to hit this competitive season are going to be 11th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically.
Realistically, yeah.
What is the best thing and what is going to win and get me the most ITC points is the least important that it's ever going to be.
Correct.
That does not mean that I'm going to throw it away and just kind of fly off the handle and do whatever I want. What it does mean is that what I am reaching and what people should start looking at is what is going to be fun, right? Especially from like Phil, for example, when I was having the conversation with him, he was like, I don't know if I should like keep grinding Blood Angels because that's what I played at Jingle Bombs, or like I kind of want to start World Eaters and I already have the army and kind of want to start painting it. I don't know if I should just play that, but I feel like it's going to be wasted. I'm like, do whichever one is fun, period. End of it. Do whatever one you think is going to be fun. And if that's different from one RTT to the next and one GT to the next, who cares, right? Play the thing that you are having fun with, because especially if you are trying to take competitive play seriously and really compete, the last thing that you want to do at the end of an edition is burn yourself out and sit there and grind 20 or 30 games of the same army and the same list and be just fed up and bored, because when the new edition comes out, that is what you have to do. When the new edition comes out, you've got
when you grind
realistically, you have a dozen plus games that need to be played for every faction you own.
Just to find out which is the one you want to play anyway.
Exactly. Just to find out what is good and what you want to play, because those don't always line up.
Correct.
So you're gonna get tired of it later. So don't get tired of it now. And some people will just kind of take a break, and that's fine. But if you still want to stay plugged in and still playing and still do things that, like, if I have 3 GTs, I can play a different army at each GT and it's not going to screw me, right? Like, it's still overall things and things that I care about. So, like, just play the thing that's fun. Keep doing it. Do the best you can, right? Don't just throw stuff away. But don't get hung up on, like, this is the thing that I have to play and I can't play anything else. Like,
yeah,
have whatever it takes. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Kind of refresh a little bit and refresh on a competitive standpoint, right? And then this new edition comes out, you can hit it and start figuring out what you want to do. And especially if it's a point 0.5 and
Right,
not a
which
full
is
reset.
yeah,
Because if you spend this time, you spend these next 4 months just playing whatever is fun and really finding out your style of play. If you don't already know it, then if it's a point 0.5, when the new edition comes out, you have a significantly stronger starting point of these are the things I'm going to try because I know that they work for me or I know that I enjoy them. And let's find out if they're good now or good still. Because if it's a point 0.5, the missions, the game is going to play
very similarly.
basically the same way.
Yeah. They'll refine some rules. And if we're looking at things logically, what we're expecting in 11th edition is that they refine some of the rules, and then you're going to keep your codex, you're going to keep your detachments until the next codex comes out for it.
Yeah.
So if we're
Which
looking
is
at
the
armies that you're
expectation and the hope.
yeah, and if you're looking at armies that like maybe you shelved for a while, maybe you're a avid Tyranid player and you're like, well, haven't really been playing Tyranids because they've been okay and not good for most of the edition. It's probably a pretty good time to be like, let's play these Tyranids now.
Let's play them.
Or to start hobbying that army up that hasn't gotten a lot of attention on the off chance that it is time to that they're good when their new codex and the new edition drops. Because
I think
so many things can change is what I want to say real quick. So many things can potentially change in the rules that could make that their existing rule set so much better. Like all they have to do is turn a couple of keys for battle shock to become like a very significant mechanic.
Yep. And I think that like barring, I don't know, barring one faction being demons, the faction that we don't really know the fate of. This is probably the best time to start a new army.
Correct. 100%
To
agree.
s-
Yes.
To start an army, to go, this is the thing that looks cool. I like the way that it plays from what I've seen or what I've tried from friends or whatever. Um, I'm excited about it, whether it's the lore or the hobby, whatever, both. This is the perfect time to do that because it doesn't matter right now. And then when the new edition comes out, because whatever you have, you're still going to have that, right? Like if you go Space Wolves, they have a codex, they have detachments, they're going to have a codex and they're going to have detachments. Some of the base rules are changing, probably. But by and large, the way that armies currently operate and feel shouldn't change.
Yeah. And if you don't want to
So,
start a new army, you could take the route that I'm doing right now, which is just fleshing out all of your existing armies a little bit more so that when the new edition drops, you're like, oh, I only need one of this unit to get 3 of this very strong thing I want to play. Cool. Rather than
this is the time.
scrambling when it's time. So, like, get your single units up to 2 units, get your 2 units up to 3 units, or just expand your collection to include things you normally wouldn't
Right.
or don't have yet in general.
Or don't have. Yeah. Or if
Yeah.
there's something you've been thinking about getting, this is the time, right? Like this is the time to do it. Which is why, like, yeah, all the Dark Eldar stuff that I got because of this team tournament. However, it was also just the perfect excuse because it was stuff I needed, realistically. To play the way that I want to play the army, I needed that stuff and just hadn't bought it because I didn't really have a reason to. And so now it's like, oh, well, that's what the team wants me to play. So I need it. Well, now when the new edition comes out, I have it and we're good. I don't have to do it
run
again.
with it.
So this is the time I think have the most fun. I was talking to, I don't know, I'll rant a little bit more. I was talking to one of my teammates, coincidentally, also named Phil. Was talking to him this morning because he hasn't played in a while because he's just kind of been like burnt out on the game and the way that competitive feels. He plays demons and a handful of other things. Uh, and he kind of just didn't really find his footing this edition, which is unfortunate. He is a good player, but he's gotten in his head and just kind of hasn't been able to come out of that. Um, and so he's kind of taken a break from like playing, but he's a great painter. He's a great hobbyer. And we were talking this morning. And he was like, I'm just like obsessed with Harlequins right now. I think they're super cool. I'm really excited about them. We were talking about lists and like units to take or not to take, whether or not you need fire dragons, whatever. I don't think you do, beside the point. Um, but he was like, do you think that like Serpent's Brood has a place in 11th edition? Like, yes, this is the perfect time. Like it is a thing that exists right now. And unless 11th edition is a full, complete reset, which is going to piss me off.
It would be insane if they did that. I would hate it.
Yeah. Then yes, it's going to exist. And if it excites you right now, do it, because when the 11th edition comes out, you'll be ready. And that's what we need.
Go find cool stuff that you weren't sure about, because you have a really lovely window right now where you can just keep playing the thing that you have been playing and then get something else ready because it's exciting, or because of other logical reasons, like maybe you're a Drukhari player, you know that your codex in 11th edition is coming out way later. Yeah, like everybody who is playing stuff, like for me, for example, like I'm really excited about 11th edition because I'm going to get a new codex pretty quickly. And in that new codex, I'm going to get a bunch of new data sheet changes, and I have a depth of units that makes it so that I'm going to be fine, like regardless of what direction they go. And that's super exciting. So, yeah.
I think with that, because you're excited about Space Marines, and we said that if this is the time, if you've been thinking about starting something, then start something. Specifically, if you have been thinking about starting CSM, do it, because the first things coming out, like the last things, I guess, the last things coming out of this edition are CSM, which means that by the logic, CSM is one of the first probably 3 codexes.
Most likely they were one of the first like 4 or 5, right? When 10th came out. So
they were fairly early, yeah.
So they should get new stuff. Maybe like some really cool Corsair stuff happens. Like, how cool would that be?
How cool?
You don't know. Like, maybe
we're already getting new stuff. One of the other previews, one of literally today's previews, was the Night Lord kill team, which is new Raptors.
Very cool.
So if you've been thinking about CSM and you just haven't done it, I'd probably do it.
It seems like it's the time to like kind of take the leap. Like, oh, I want that Chaos Army. I'm going to do it.
I think demons are the only ones that I would caution.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
you can be caution about that one. And also,
there's a lot of unknown about what's going to happen with them.
Yeah.
So I would just be
I
careful.
wonder if they're going to cancel the Agents of the Imperium experiment as well.
And put them back?
Just make them like demons, where they're just the flexy faction, you know?
Oh, sure. Interesting. So like, yeah, you would just make demons the like chaos allies?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be their own army?
Probably not. I mean, it's so rare. Like, tell me, how often is it just chaos demons that they're not implemented with some race?
Are you saying in lore?
In lore.
Never.
There.
Literally never.
There's your reasoning.
Literally never, because they can't physically manifest without emotion, and that takes races.
Yeah. So I feel, and like that would, all right, this is a whole topic for a different day. That would be like a very seismic shift for Warhammer on the whole, because then you'd have to consider that for night armies and everything else. So
the issue too is that you really, they have fixed it a little bit. Because the direction that they push the lore, because that was the problem with Custodes previously, is that you go, name a time in 40K that an army of custodians have hit the ground.
So yeah, there's some things that they need to kind of like rejigger when it comes to Like either everybody gets a codex, or you don't do or you don't make exceptions for one. Like either give demons a
Yeah.
codex, or take them away from other things that are similar to demons, like Imperial agents. And
Right.
I think that as long as
And
they're consistent in that regard, it'll be better.
I will say that if they would just make Imperial agents an actual army with actual rules, that would be fine.
Yeah. And then just do the same thing for demons.
And then do the same thing for demons, right? Because demons exist right now and they have a very good rule.
Just give everyone a codex if you're going to do it. If you're going to look, if you just want to squeeze us for every amounts of money that you can, give everybody a codex. And just as a bold tip, Games Workshop, if you make us pay $15 a month for the app, which we're only paying $10 right now, give us access to all the data sheets, and you will make so much more money. Like,
it's because what is it? 10? Is it like it's like 8, right?
It's like $8 right now, and it's to build lists, Warhammer Plus, which is stop that, Warhammer Plus, and the ability to link the codexes you buy to it.
Yeah, well, because Warhammer Plus is separate, right?
Well, I thought it was all wrapped up in one. I'm pretty sure, because I have a Warhammer Plus subscription, which gives me app subscription.
That might
be
be
sure it's all
true.
Layered in. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's beside the point. Charges $15 a month and just give us our data sheets. Like, maintain the Warhammer Plus thing, maintain the list functionality, add a few bucks extra a month, and then just make it so that, like, I don't have to pull up these third-party piracy softwares when I can just look in my app instead.
Yeah. Like,
crazy idea.
I appreciate the creation of the TO program and giving us those things, but also the general public has already fucking ruined that. And so there are multiple codexes that, like, I still don't have because they haven't sent out codes in months. Like the Drukhari code hasn't been sent.
Yeah. And when I got approved for the TO program, I only got Drukhari.
Nice.
So there's that.
So just find something else. You give us something else.
Let's retool it, guys.
Honestly, you don't have to give TOs anything. We've operated for years without getting stuff, but give us something if you want. But yeah, $15. I'll pay $15 if I can have everything.
Make it easier to play the game, and more people will play the game. I'm not saying dumb down the rules. I'm just saying make the rules available and in one spot. Crazy idea.
That's it. That's all you need to do.
All right. On that note, I believe, Joey, that you and I today have truly found Warhammer joy. What do you think?
I think so. I think there's been some joy.
Excellent. Joy was had. And we hope genuinely, at least I hope, that you have found joy too in our musings. That being said, thank you so much for joining us today. We welcome your questions, suggestions, comments, and topic requests. But most of all, like us, subscribe to us, and share us with your pals. We'd appreciate that. We'll see you next time at the Yacht, folks.
See you around.